Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to the last day, the fifth and final day of our 5-day lead magnet challenge. My name is Lakeisha Sarva, and I have been your host over the last 5 days. If you are new to me here, if you are here today, my friend, you've missed a lot. You've missed a lot, but I will do a recap at the end. I'll do a recap right now to start, and then I'll jump into today's topic, which is marketing your lead magnet, getting it out in front of more people so you can have more people sign up for it. So, who is ready for today? I am so ready for today. I am so excited to be sharing this information with you. But before I get started, let me share with you what I have on. So, I have another one of the African outfits from Ghana that I was telling you about from that designer. And this is a dress, and the dress has pockets, right? Who loves a dress with pockets? I know I do, right? So it's so beautiful. It's so comfortable. I'm even thinking about having it taken in because my waist is smaller, but it's beautiful. I love it. And the material, the fabric feels really good. So it's really, really pretty. So I said that I would share with you another one of the African inspired outfits that I have. And so this is the one. This is another one that's a dress. So it's really, really pretty. Again, if you're interested in learning more about the designer and about how you can get these original pieces, feel free to reach out to me in my inbox, and I'm more than happy to provide you with that information. So yes, we are back for day 5, honey, and I am so excited for you because we have gone through a lot over the last 5 days. If you're joining for today for the first day, where have you been? Where have you been, my friend? You've missed a lot. So on day 1, we talked about the different type of lead magnets. I also shared a link to my quiz to help you to understand what is the best lead magnet for you, the best lead magnet that you can use or you should be using or try to use inside of your business to attract your ideal clients. On day 2, I went and took you through Canva and showed you a few things that you can create to use as lead magnets or along with your lead magnets, right? So we talked about that. On day 3, I went through and I took you through how to build out a landing page that converts. Because remember, your lead magnet is only as good as your landing page, right? Because people, if you share a social media post on social media about your lead magnet, and then they go to your landing page and they don't sign up, then you ain't gonna get no leads that way, right? You're not gonna be able to attract your ideal clients. So it's important for you to understand how to design a landing page that converts, okay? So we went through that on day 3. Yesterday was day 4, and we talked all about email automation. I went really deep into how you can create content. If you're somebody that don't like writing, I gave you some tips and tools for things that I use. We talked about the different email sequences, and I even took you into my new software and showed you how you can set it up. By the way, Savvy Simple Funnels, remember I said I had 50 spaces. Remember that? 50 spaces to start. That was for our beta. This is just to start, just for beta. We now only have 9 spaces left. Can you believe it? 9 spaces left, 9 of them. So if you have not signed up for Savvy Simple Funnels, you still have a chance. 9 spaces left, right? The software goes live on Monday. It's going to allow you to be able to do all the things that I've taught you here this week, all in one system. All right. At the end, I'm going to be giving you a little bit of a demo and a walkthrough for those of you that haven't seen it yet. And if you want to join and you want to sign up to become a founding member, one of those first 50 lucky people, you only get to pay $97 a month for the entire all-in-one online marketing system. That's for your landing pages, your sales pages, your email automation, you get a calendar in there, text message marketing. You can get a phone number if you want. There's a CRM in there. There's a pipeline in there. There's a lot, a website. You could do your own courses and memberships all inside of this all-in-one platform. So for those of you that are familiar with these type of platforms, so think Ontraport, think Kajabi, right? Think ClickFunnels, those type of systems. This is the system that we're talking about. But you know what is the best part is what? It was created, right? And it is managed by what? a Black woman. How amazing is that? So it's more representation of us inside of this platform than you've ever seen before. I'm so excited, and I cannot wait to have more of you inside the platform. So for those of you that are a member and that have already signed up, raise your hand. Let the people know that you're here in the house and that you have already pulled the trigger and that you are a founding member of Savvy Simple Funnels. I have something special coming your way in the next few weeks that'll be arriving at your home just for you for becoming a member, a founding member. Okay. So again, we have 9 slots left. For those of you that haven't signed up for SS Funnels, there is still an opportunity for you to get in. What does it do? Savvy Simple Funnels will allow you to get rid of all the things, right? So if you have a calendar, a landing and lead page software, an email automation software, a text messaging software, girlfriend, you can do everything all in one system now. But not only that, you also get to use my template. So you see all the beautiful things that you see me create here. All the things that you're like, oh my goodness, Keisha, how do you create those things? My landing page designs, my sales page designs, not only the designs, but the full funnels. So you get the landing pages, the thank you pages, the order forms, you get the email content, all of it. I'm giving it all to you for $97 a month. Okay. So you want to host a challenge like this, a 5-day challenge, bam, you have a funnel in there. You want to host a webinar funnel, bam, you got a webinar funnel. You want to do a ebook as your lead magnet, it's a funnel for that. You want to do some type of live event, there's a funnel for that. You want to do your own summit, guess what? There's a funnel for that. Everything is all ready for you inside of the system. So I'm really, really excited to be able to bring you guys in. But let's go ahead and let's get started. For today, I don't want to keep you here too long. We see all of those hands raised. I'm a member. Crystal said, what is the link to join? Let me go ahead and grab that link for those of you that have not signed up. Let me go to Bitly and just get that link, and I'll put it in here for you, because we only have 9 slots left. I don't want you to miss out for those of you that are really interested in doing this. So let me go ahead and I'll add this as a banner. There it is. So you can go to bit.ly SS Funnels Pay, bit.ly SS Funnels Pay. You're going to be taken directly to a Stripe page. All you got to do is make a payment, and we will contact you within 24 to 48 hours with information on what you'll need to do so that we can get started for you. We're also a little different from a lot of the other all-in-one platforms out there. We are going to help you, right? So we're not just going to send you to your own devices, and we're not charging you $700 or $1,000 to help you set up the system. Nope. For founding member, you get to come in and we set it up for you. So you need to add your domain, we got you. You need to add your email, we got you. You want to set up text message marketing, we got you. Okay. So we're going to help you to get everything set up so you don't have to worry about all the techie stuff. Remember, that was my promise and commitment to you, to make it easier for you to be able to show up online with beautiful, right? Beautiful ways to market your business so that you can feel more confident about showing up. I want you to spend more time showing up. I want you to spend more time, working in your area, whatever that is, whatever your genius is, your area of genius. I want you to spend more time working there in that area, serving your people, showing up for your clients, not trying to figure out all this tech stuff, not trying to really make something nice or pretty or presentable. And I want you to feel good about the things and the way that you market. So that is what SS Funnels is all about. Not to mention that it's really specifically geared toward women of color and Black women entrepreneurs, although we welcome everyone into the platform, right? But this is a space that is home for you. I created this for you, with you in mind, okay? All right, so if you are looking to join and you haven't joined yet, go ahead and sign up. It's right there on the screen, and I'm going to leave it up there so you can do that whenever you are ready. Okay. So now let's jump into today. Today, we are talking about marketing, or getting your lead magnet out to the people who really need what it is that you are offering. Okay. So now that you've decided what type of lead magnet you are going to create, or that you already have, you know the problem that your target audience is having, right? And so you're going to solve one small problem, one small bit of that problem for them using this lead magnet. Okay, that could be a number of things. I'll cover that in day one. I'm not going to cover that again today. So once you know what that thing is, right, and you have your link, you want to create your landing page, your thank you page, right? And then you want to set up all your email automations. Remember, you want to create those first, type out those things or speak them, whatever you want to do. Create that content first and put it in your email automation software, right? Once you have everything set up, the next thing that you want to do is you want to give it out to the people. Because one thing that I know for sure is this: just because you created it don't mean they're going to come. Can somebody type that in the chat? Just because you created it doesn't mean they are going to come. You have to put it out there to where your target audience is. They're not going to knock on your door. They're not going to send you an inbox message. They're not going to email you and say, hey, do you have this thing? No. It is your responsibility to show up and share the thing that you just created. Okay. So based on where your target audience hangs out, let's talk about that. Right? Remember in day one, for those of you that have been here with me, I talked and I went into great detail about your ideal client and why it's important for you to understand who it is that you serve, right? Who is it? Who's the people that you're here to help solve their problems? Who are those people? You have to know those people, not only the issues and problems that they're having so you can create a solution for them, but also you need to know those people because you need to know where they're hanging out at. You need to know where they're hanging out at. If you don't know where they are online, then how is that going to benefit you at all? Okay, so think about that, right? That's why I tell you that it's important. Some people say, well, you don't really got to know the demographics and all that stuff is not important. Hell, it's not. Because if you don't know if you market into a man or a woman, if you don't know if they're 25 or 65, how do you know where to find them? Somebody that is 22 is not going to be hanging out where somebody that's 65 is. Right? So you have to understand the demographics so that you can go hang out on those platforms. And you got to also make sure that based on the platform, the social media platform that they're hanging out on, that you're creating content that is good for that platform. Right? For example, long form text or content. So if you're somebody and you want to be able to attract people, creating and doing long form text. If you don't know what a long form post is, I'm going to go through all the different types of social media content with you here, right? But a long form post typically is something like a long, almost like a mini type of micro type blog, right? So you think like a lot of different words, right? A few different paragraphs, right? So it's a long form post. Something like that works really well on Facebook. I've seen them on Instagram. I've tried them on Instagram. Some people will read them, some people won't. Instagram is more of a platform for beautiful images, right? People typically go there, they like, they scroll. Some people will stop and they'll read and interact and stuff like that, right? But pretty much Instagram, if you are somebody and you can showcase your different products or services or your lifestyle or some type of transformation, right? Weight loss, or even when I did my surgery, that's where I actually found my doctor on Instagram. Right? Because they're sharing those results, those transformations, right? And so that's what Instagram is really good for, visuals type stuff, imagery, okay? Facebook is also good for imagery and stuff like that, but more so, you can really get people to read those long form posts on Facebook, right? So if that is what you need to, if that's the content that you want to create, then understand that Facebook works really well for that. Not that you also can't use Instagram, but what I would say is take advantage of each platform based on the power of the platform, right? So Instagram is more imagery, right? The stories, the reels, all those different things. Take advantage of that, right? So create content in that way so that you can then really attract your ideal clients and then drive them to your landing page. You're driving traffic to do the thing that you want people to do, to sign up for your lead magnet, whatever that is, okay? So you got to think about the platform and where your target audience is hanging out. That may be 1, 2, or 3 different platforms, right? One thing that I want to advise is not to overwhelm yourself. Don't try to be on every single platform. I've seen so many people jump on, what is this platform? And a lot of people do really well on the platform. So I'm not saying the platform is not good, but I've seen a lot of people jump on the Clubhouse platform, right, spends a lot of time, right? Let's be real, waste a lot of time on that platform. They're not generating leads. They're not making money on the platform. And this is not for everybody, because I know people that do really well on that platform. But I also know some people that are not making a dime or not getting a lead on that platform, but are spending time there. Why? Because it's the newest and the hottest app. Don't do that. Right? If your audience is there, then create a strategy in a way to attract them, to convert them. Just don't show up and pop up and create these rooms for nothing just to have conversations. I mean, you can, but don't call that marketing, because it's not. Okay? So don't get caught up in the newest thing that comes out every time. I see it all the time. People can be doing really good on one platform, and then a new platform pops up, and then they head all over to that platform and forget all about the strategy that they have for this other platform. And now they wasting tons of time over here. And before they know it, they didn't spend 3 months on this platform in these rooms, listening to these conversations that ain't got nothing to do with what it is that they need to be focused on. And then now they got to start all over, going back to the platform that they should have been in the first place. I'm not saying don't try new platforms. Of course, try it, show up there, but go with a strategy. Convert the people, tell them to sign up, let them know where they can find the link, do all of those things. Just don't be going and popping up on these stages so you can be seen. Being seen ain't gonna make you no money, right? Being seen is not gonna, sometimes it'll draw people to follow your Instagram page, but if they don't know to click on the link in your bio, if they don't know that you got a webinar coming up, if they don't know that there's a free checklist that they can download, what good is it doing you or them? You understand? So don't overwhelm yourself trying to be on all the different platforms, right? But here's a way that you can have presence on the different social media platforms without physically having to be there every day and all the time. All right. So this is something that I do. I am not on Instagram all the time. I probably should spend a little more time on Instagram, because I do have an audience there. Right? But I'm not there all the time. But what I do is I do share some things on Instagram. So I do post there. Am I there regularly? No, because my money, my coins, I get the bag right here on Facebook. Right? So I'm here. This is where I'm staying. But yes, I do dabble around and I do play on Instagram. Right? So I do post some stuff there. Whenever I have anything going on like this challenge, I make it a point to post some things over on Instagram. And I also change the link in my bio over there. Okay, so that people can see it. I also may share some stories that I've created here on Facebook and put it over there on Instagram. That's me repurposing, right? So I'll do that. Okay. For platforms like LinkedIn, I don't really get a lot of clients from LinkedIn, so I don't spend time there. But I do have a presence on LinkedIn. I do have blog posts pertaining to the thing it is that I do, client attraction, lead magnet, and maybe some Canva type stuff. So I do have those things over on LinkedIn in a blog type form, and people do read them every day. I get a little email to tell me how many people didn't read my blog this week or something like that, right? But I'm not in there doing live streams. I'm not in there posting in groups and stuff like that, because I don't get clients from there. So I'm not spending time there, but I do have a presence there. Do you understand? Facebook is my main platform. This is where I show up the most, because this is where I am seeing the return in my investment. The return in my investment, meaning my energy. When I'm showing up here, I see a return in energy. I see a return in money when I invest time or I spend money on ads. I see that, right? So this is where I spend the most of my time. So yeah, I'm doing live streams here. I'm hosting challenges here. I have groups here. I run ads here. I'm doing all the things here because this is my main platform. Okay. So just consider that. I'm not all over the place. My focus is singular. Yes, I do post on Instagram. Yeah, I do have some blog things over there on LinkedIn, but I'm not there. I'm not there. That's not where I'm spending my time and my energy, right? Pinterest is even a really good platform for a lot of women entrepreneurs. I haven't dove into Pinterest yet. I doubt if I ever will. I'll probably end up hiring somebody to do it for me. But that's another platform, right? So if that's something, if you want to pin a few things that you may have a new blog post or a new lead magnet, then maybe you want to consider that. But don't overwhelm yourself trying to be in all the places at one time, because what you do is you end up watering yourself down. Pick one or two platforms that you're going to show up on a consistent basis where your target audience hangs out, not because it's the newest fad, not because everybody else is doing it, not because so-and-so said that it's working for their business, but because you know that that's where your target audience is hanging out. Okay, that's where you want to be. You can have presence, again, on all these other platforms. Somebody type in, you can have a presence on these other social media platforms, right? But that don't mean you got to try to water yourself down and spend time on all the places. Choose 2 of the top main platforms, and then that is where you want to focus your attention, or maybe even 1, right? Depending on you and your target audience, okay? So once you understand where your audience hangs out, right, then you want to determine, based on that platform, the type of content that you should be putting out there to attract your target audience. So let's talk about Facebook, since it's my jam. So I'm going to share with you all the different places on Facebook that you can share your lead magnet. Okay. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen with you, and I'm going to share my Facebook so you can see what it is that I'm talking about. I'm going to show you a couple of different type of social media posts. Oops, that's Canva. I guess I don't have Facebook up. Oh, Lord. Okay. All right. So you can see my post, right? You can see my screen here. Okay. So let's go over. So this is Facebook. We all know that what this is. Okay. So this is the regular Facebook news feed. You have the stories here. All the different things are going to come up here in the news feed, right? So you have your lives from your groups. And I want you to know something here, right? I'm going to talk a little bit about ads toward the end. I want you to notice how many times ads pop up in this news feed. Okay. So that's 1, right? So this is not an ad, not an ad, not an ad. It's me again. An ad. Every 4th post or every 5th post is an ad. Do you see that? That's the way that it is designed. Okay. That's the way the news feed is designed. It's designed in that way. All right. So let's talk about some areas where you can place your lead magnets. The very first one is your Facebook covers. You have Facebook covers on your personal page, on your business page, inside of your groups, and the events that you host. Okay. So you want to make sure that you're sharing and you're creating a cover for every lead magnet that you do. If it is a downloadable document, if it is a webinar, if it is a challenge, if it is a masterclass, I don't care what it is, whatever you're doing, this is free real estate, people. This is free real estate. Create a Facebook cover. Okay, for whatever it is that you do. This I just recently found out about, this little area here. I don't know how I missed this area, but I did. And so in this little area, you can put a bio. Y'all probably way ahead of me doing that. And you can even add a link here if you want to your different lead magnets. Okay, so that's how you can use this little bio section and area here. Okay. Let's see. We're talking about different places that you can put your links. You can also do it in your about section. So if you want to go to your about page section, where is it? Your contact, your information, details about you, right here, right? So right here in your about section, if you wanted to add a link or something in this section, you could do it here as well. So that's where you could do it. There's another area where you can actually add links too. And you can add a link there. So if you have like the link for like your website and different things like that, then you can add the link there as well, right? So see how I have my website here. If I wanted to edit the details and add another link somewhere right here, I can add, there's another, like right here where helpful social media links, you can add different places and different things there. Okay. Where else can you add it? You can go to your business page and you can add it on your business page. Let's head over to my business page. And if you don't have a Facebook business page, please get one, right? You want to have a business page on Facebook. It doesn't matter. What is this? It doesn't matter if you are running ads or not. You still want to make sure that you have a Facebook business page. Y'all, this thing, I don't know what's happening here. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, so if you don't have a business page for your business, please create one. It's free. Let's try that one more time. Maybe I was clicking too much. Okay, so again, this is my business page. And again, here I have my cover page. Anytime I'm doing anything, this cover is going to change because it's free real estate for me. So I'm always going to go in and I'm going to change that. Also, this little button right here, actually, I can view this page as somebody else. How do I do that? View, I think it's view as, right? Like page as, no. Or maybe I can't. Maybe I can do that only on my personal page. There's a way that you can view your page as somebody else, but maybe not here. Okay. So I'm also putting it right here in this little place right here where it says edit. It's not going to say edit for you. It's going to say sign up or something like that if you look at my page. But here you want to make sure that you are editing the links in here, right? So you can edit the button and you can put a link inside of here, and it can be anything, whatever you want, like start an order, contact us, send me a message, send an email, sign up is where I have the URL for this challenge. So you could do anything, watch a video. There's a lot of different things that you can hear. This is your call to action button for your business page. So make sure that whatever you have going on with your lead magnet, right? Create a cover for that and then give instructions. Say, hey, sign up below. You can even do like a little arrow pointing down to this button if you want to, so people know what it is that you're talking about. Okay. So you can do that there. Another thing that I do is, let's see, I do a post, if I can find it, about my challenge, right? So let's see. All right, this is going to take too long. Let me go back up here. So right here in this header, right? Is it going to let me do it? It's going to make me edit the header. That's not what I want to do. When you add a header, right, to your business page or your personal page, it just creates an image down here in the news feed, right, or on your page. What you have to do is you have to go and you have to go into that post. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. You have to go into that post. Here it is right here. And this text wasn't here. So this content wasn't here. I had to go in here and I had to edit the post. And then I was able to add content to the post. Add content to that post because that's the header post, right? And then put a link in there because it's gonna come up in your news feed and you don't want it to come up as just a blank like post with just an image. Edit it, and so you can put some content in there and then put the link to whatever your lead magnet is. So whenever they do see this, again, this is the header that I added a few, last week. And so you want to make sure that you're editing this section to put in that information there. Okay. Another thing that I do is before I start, before I start doing any type of challenge or anything like that, I always do like live streams. I always create content leading up to the thing that I'm going to do, right? So the different type of content that you share, again, is going to depend on the platform. But because we're here in Facebook, you want to do live streams about whatever it is that you're talking about. So for instance, when I did this live stream to have people sign up for the Lead Magnet Challenge, I talked about, does every online business really need a lead magnet? Let's get clear on this once and for all, right? And then I say, join my Lead Magnet Challenge. So this is me doing a live stream. Live streams work really good to get people to sign up for your lead magnets, okay? It doesn't have to be a challenge. It doesn't have to be a webinar. It doesn't have to be some type of live event. You can even do live streams and have people sign up for your downloadable checklist, ebooks, workbooks, things like that, okay? The idea is just to make sure that you're marketing it, okay? So a live stream is a perfect way to be able to do that right here on Facebook. Another way that you can market is by using testimonials. I used a testimonial in this post from somebody that joined my last challenge, right? And then I said, what's during my Canva challenge or whatever, and I told them that the link is below, and then here is the link that I added, okay? So I use a testimonial from someone else. If you're selling a product or a service, or maybe if somebody got really good results from your last lead magnet, then what you want to do is, let me do this because I forgot to do that. What you want to do is share that testimonial. If somebody said that something worked really great for them or what have you, share the testimonial there, right? Because what that does is it shows more proof, right? That, oh, this lady, she really enjoyed this challenge, right? So maybe that's something that I should do, right? Another thing that I do is I do other just static social media posts. Okay, so this one has a little bit of animation in it, but it's still considered static. right? It's just a social media post, something I created in Canva. And I said, it all starts with a lead magnet. Then I go into it starts with a lead magnet, please join me for the challenge if you don't have a lead magnet. So I go into that. Right. And then I also did a Canva free updates. Right. So what I went through and I did an update on Canva. And I said, this is all the different things that are happening in Canva right now. I hadn't did an update all summer. So there was several things that I needed to share at the time. And so I did that. And then I also invited people to join me for my lead magnet challenge. Okay. I also did a live stream on how the lack of confidence is showing up in your business. I don't know if I offered the lead magnet challenge there or not. But I may have. I don't see a link for it, but I did talk about the lack of confidence. Again, that's another live stream. Here, I did another post, and this post was more so, did you sign up for the lead magnet challenge? Right? Tiffany said that she's in the VIP area. Hey, Tiffany, I don't know if you're watching, but she said that she completed my the form that I provided to them about their ideal client, and she said that she feels a little bit more clear about her ideal client. So that's a good thing. I shared that, right? Just promoting my actual lead magnet. And then when the challenge started, I then started posting things for the challenge. But what I'm trying to show you here is the different type of content and the way that I used Facebook in order to market my challenge, right? So again, I did a live stream, I did a testimonial post, I did a regular static post, like a regular image post with like some little animation behind it. I did another live stream. And then I did another live stream. I do a lot of live streams. And then I did another kind of like testimonial type post, right? And so those are all the different ways that you can actually market your lead magnet. It doesn't have to be a challenge. It doesn't have to be a workshop or a webinar. It can be anything. Okay. So that's some different ways that you can market here. But don't only market on your business page. You also want to market on your personal page as well. So some of the things that I share, like especially when I go live, if I'm doing a live stream, I share it here on my personal page, on my business page, as well as on my personal page. Okay. So I'm sharing it in all of those other places. Okay. So another way that you can use Facebook is by using Facebook stories. Now you have Facebook stories on your personal page and in your business page. So I share stories in both places. The thing I love about the Facebook stories on the business page is that it gives you analytics. It lets you know how many people viewed your stories, how many people skip past your stories, almost like the story analytics that are currently inside of Instagram business account, right? So it gives you that same information. So if you have a business page and you're not using stories, you should start doing that, because there is a way that people are discovering my business stories. Like they are looking at them all the time. They're interacting with me. They're answering things on there. So please, if you haven't incorporated using stories on your business page, you may want to do that. Okay. So that is the Instagram stories, the Facebook stories, and Facebook just recently added Reels. I don't know if you guys have that. I noticed that did I say Instagram? I mean, Facebook. Facebook recently added Reels. I think it was out for a lot of people. I just got the Reels recently. So on my phone, I don't see it much. I don't see it on my desktop, but on my phone now, I can see that I can create a reel right here inside of Facebook, and then it will show up in my stories, right? So that's another way that you're going to be able to promote your lead magnets. You can do it through Reels, because video is so powerful. Let me come back to the camera now. Video is so powerful in that people are watching more video than ever before, because they're able to. Not only, remember it was like YouTube was the thing, but now there are so many other platforms that are promoting video. But not only any kind of video, but those little instant, small 30-second reels and stories, those are super powerful for getting in front of people and providing them with short bits of information. Okay. And then also, it's actually another way for you to be able to create different content. Like you can do different skits. I really like Reels. I can't wait to get into it a little more. I did a few, but I think it's a great way to be able to allow your audience to see you in another way, like doing little silly stuff and dancing and pointing and doing all those other little things that they do on Reels. I think it's a great way to kind of show people another side of you, right? So I think that that's really important, especially when it comes to client attraction. right? So we went through a couple of different things, right? So let me kind of back up and go through what we covered. So I talked about making sure that you're clear on the social media platforms that you use, specifically geared toward your target audience. Where are they hanging out? Then show up on those platforms, and then show up using the tools for those platforms, right? And using them the way that they should be used within the platform. We talked about how Facebook is really great for a long form post versus, oh, sorry, I got to show you what a long form post looks like versus maybe Instagram, maybe short, maybe nice for like shorter or medium size form posts with really grandiose or really pretty imagery, right? People really love images inside of Instagram. So maybe, keep that into consideration. So I said, make sure that you're putting the right content on the right actual platforms. And then we talked about Facebook and all the different places where you can house and put a link for your lead magnet. And then I showed you all the different type of content or posts that you can create within Facebook to promote your lead magnet. Okay. So those are all the different things that you can do. Another way that you can promote and market your lead magnet is if you have a Facebook group. Facebook groups are a great way to build community and for you to be able to connect with your ideal clients, right? Or people who need and want what it is that you have to offer. 9 times out of 10, if you are letting people in your Facebook group, if they're giving you their email address, fine. You could, there's an app that you can connect that will help you to be able to collect the email address and then put it inside of your email automation software. However, for those of you that have not done that, or if you're not doing that now, putting a lead magnet in your group is going to help you to be able to collect those email addresses from them because they probably came in your group without giving it to you. So again, that's another great way for you, to be able to collect those email addresses, but also provide value to your audience at the same time. So don't be afraid to post your lead magnets inside of your Facebook group. Also within the Facebook group, there's a way that you can pin your post at the top so whoever comes in can see that post first, right? Another great benefit of the Facebook group is that they have something that's called announcements. If you put a new post inside of your group and you want people to be notified about it, you can announce it to the group so that they know that there's a new post or something that is in there, okay? Another benefit to Facebook groups is that there is a little thing that's called rooms. You can even schedule a room or do a room, talk to people for a few minutes about a specific thing, and then you can offer them your lead magnet at the end, right? So there are so many different ways that you can attract your ideal clients online with using lead magnets, and how you can use all of these different tools that I just went through to do that. So if you're not using any of the things that I just mentioned, make sure that you start doing that, okay? Make sure that you start sharing different types of content, different forms of content, not just written content. You want to do written content, you want to do regular images, you want to do animated images, you want to do video, you want to do live stream. GIFs also work really well. I like funny GIFs, so I like to make my people laugh at me. Even doing silly things, like I posted an image. Let me share my screen again with you so I can show you different types of content that you can use, right? So let's go back to my personal page. I posted an image, and many of you may have saw it, of my son. He took a picture of me while I was pulling up my pants, child. And I said, Aiden, take this picture of me. But he did not take the picture of me. He took the picture of me, but he took the picture of me while I was pulling up my pants, okay? And I'm like, okay, Aiden, really? There it is right here, right? So it's a really silly picture. And I just said, when you ask your son to take your picture, right? Don't be afraid to show like little silly sides of you. Look at that. This post got 150 likes on it, right? 38 comments. I wasn't selling anything or marketing anything to anybody, but what does this do? This helps the algorithm here in Facebook, right? What this is showing Facebook is like, oh, this is relevant. People must really like whatever this girl is showing. What is that going to do? That's going to help. Facebook is going to then show more people my stuff. So any posts that come in after that is going to get more attention, right? People will 9 times out of 10 post or see the actual post. Okay. So the more active you are in Facebook, I'm not saying you got to go and be posting 50,000 times a day, right? There are some people out there that are way smarter than me that be telling people that they should post 5 and 4 and however many times a day. Like, I don't like subscribe to that ideology. My belief is that you post content that's valuable. If that's 1 time a day, then that's okay. If you need to maybe work up the algorithm, then maybe post a little bit more a day. however many times you post is not my business. But you do need to make sure that you're showing up so that the algorithm knows that you're there and that that what you're posting is something that people want to hear. I mean, people want and need, right? This is funny. This post didn't get too many likes because I said, ladies, be an asset and not a liability. This post was talking more about Kanye West and how he was in debt for 52 million and how Kim Kardashian, remember when she did that app, y'all, and generated $80 million from the app? She then transferred 52 million into his account and cleared up his debt. And then now Kanye is worth $1.3 billion, right? And so they were saying that you should be more, and I thought it was really good because I mean, I'm all for support your man. I'm like, that's just me though. Like, that's just my energy. I'm all for that. But there was Mike, my friend Mike said, Keisha, the Don't Need a Man squad is going to come after you. They're going to come cancel you. And then we had some other people like Kim Luda was like, I would never be in debt. I would never date a man that was in debt because he's a liability to me. Right. But then somebody else came and said she knew his potential. Exactly. What about y'all? Would y'all have invested? I know this is way off topic, but if you had 80 million and Kanye West was your husband, would you not give him 52 million of your, of that 80, would you not think that he would be able to become a billionaire? Like, that would have been a no-brainer to me, right? Like the meme that's going around right now with people saying, would you go to dinner with Jay-Z or would you take 500,000? I said I would go to dinner with Jay-Z because I'm thinking he's going to drop some knowledge on me. But Tidal came out with a tweet and said, take the $500,000. Don't go to dinner with Jay-Z. Right. So, and Tidal is owned by Jay-Z. So pretty much Jay-Z is saying, listen, take the money. Don't have the dinner or relationship with me. Right. So these are all the different things that you can kind of post on social media. And these are things like when you're not marketing, these are just things to really keep your audience engaged, right? Because this, again, helps the algorithm to be able to do that. Okay. So another thing that I wanted to show you is that I also post business stuff on here. So I posted about my quiz here. I posted here. I'm excited. I posted that there. Everything that I get doesn't get 155 posts, right? So that's just what it is. Some things get more posts than not. This is me crying. This one got a really big one. One thing about me is that I'm not afraid to be emotional. I'm not afraid to be transparent. I'm not afraid to show up as my authentic self. I used to think that I had to be perfect on social media in order to get people to like me. I coined myself Little Patty Perfect. But when I did that, nobody could relate to me because nobody is perfect. So when I showed up and with my flaws and all, then people started to be attracted to me. Right? Because I'm not afraid to show emotion. I'm not afraid to share this journey with people. And so people really connected with that and they were excited and happy for me. And so those are things that I think that are important to also share on social media, not only like sharing your lead magnets and different things like that. Those are also important. But when you can share your wins and your lows and different things with people, not saying that you got to open your entire life, because there are so many things that you do not know about me. Like, you probably think you know a lot, but you have no idea. You probably know a teeny tiny bit of what is really the makeup of me and what's happening with me in my life and everything else, right? But these little things really make you feel like you know me because you want to be able to connect with your audience in that way, right? So let me show you, okay, the last post here that I'm going to give you an example of is a long form post. Right. And this post is something that I posted today. And it's a post that's probably going to hit some people really, it's going to make people really think. Some people will not like it. And that's fine, because I'm not really here for likes. I'm here to speak the truth. I'm here to be authentic and just be true to myself. And so in this post, I said, let's talk about money. I went on to the topic of how in the beginning, I used to shrink and feel uncomfortable when people brought up money or how much money they made. It even triggered me when people put those posts like, I made $100,000 a day. Like, that used to really trigger me, but it doesn't bother me anymore, right? It didn't bother me. It didn't trigger me because I didn't believe them or I didn't think that they were worthy. It triggered me because I did not see myself being able to make that type of money. So that's what really triggered me. So if you're somebody and you get triggered when people bring up money or different things like that, 9 times out of 10 is something that's dealing with you. You always got to go back to yourself. If somebody posts something and it pisses you off or it makes you uncomfortable or whatever, it's whatever is happening is inside of you, right? That person triggered something in you. It's not the person's fault. It's something that you need to deal with within yourself. So whenever you do get those triggers, it's something that needs to, you need to awaken something in you, is pretty much, and heal whatever that, or deal with whatever that thing is. So I'm really going in here and I'm saying like how my grandmother, I was living other people's beliefs about money, how she would say, girl, money don't grow on trees. And, we can't afford that. That's too expensive, all those other things. And I grew up with that in my subconscious mind. I didn't even really realize that I had it until I started doing the work. I realized that these things were bothering me, or I would get triggered when people talked about money. Right. So I had to change my beliefs. So I went into, I'm just like telling a story. I am a really great storyteller. I didn't realize this until Facebook. I didn't realize that, because I tell really, like, whenever I can, if I'm telling my story or I'm trying to walk people through something, I'm really good at that. Right. So I kind of walked people through in this post about how I changed my money, my mindset around money, and the energy, and what my new belief is about money and all of that. And then I also said, I went in to say that I released the stories, or I went in to say, so, and I'm asking them. So I kind of turned the post on them now. So I shared about me, but then I'm turning it on them. Like, so friend, what are you telling yourself about money, right? What stories do you need to release or replace so that you can welcome abundance into your life, right? And so I also said in this post that my business quantum leaped with me changing my money mindset, right? And I also changed the relationships with myself and with other people, and that the growth that you see here online is with my mindset and didn't really have a lot to do with my strategy. And so I'm sharing that with people. I'm really being honestly real. And then I'm saying, by the way, I'm hosting an intimate 3-day retreat, right? I'm telling people what we're going to do on that retreat. And if they think it's something they want to be in on, to inbox me, right? And so this is what a long form post is. It kind of takes people on a journey. And then at the end, you typically have a call to action. Sometimes you can, and sometimes you don't have to. Most times you don't have to, right? But this one, I did have a call to action on it, right? And so these posts work really well. Your call to action could be for people to sign up for your lead magnet, right? Or sign up for whatever it is. But these work typically really well as long as you're taking people on a journey from one place to the next place, and then offering a solution to help them with whatever this thing may be. Okay. So that is what I mean when I say a long form post. That is typically what that looks like right there. Okay. All right. I know that was a lot. That was a lot. On Instagram, you can share, of course, you can share your lead magnet stuff in reels. You can do it in stories. There is a bio link that you can share the link to your lead magnet in your bio. On LinkedIn, there's also an area for those of you that are marketing on LinkedIn. There's an area where you can add links and things and put it inside of your bio. You can do posts and things on LinkedIn too. You can upload pre-recorded videos. You can do regular static posts. You can do GIFs. You can do just about all the things you can do here on the Facebook platform. But with LinkedIn, I know that you have to be approved in order to go live. So if that's where your audience is, I would recommend that you go ahead and submit to be approved so that you can go live there to get more leverage for that platform. Okay. So those are like really all the not all the organic ways, right? Let me see. Did I write a post? Let me see. Let's go over to my blog, and I'm going to share my screen here in a minute. But you can also write blogs. I still believe in writing blogs. I still believe in SEO, search engine optimization. And so I write blogs, maybe not often, but I try to at least upload one at least once a month if I can. Where am I? Another reason, let me just share this with you. And this is a little bit off topic, but I think this is important for you to know. Another reason that I do, I'm on like LinkedIn, YouTube, and all the other places that I'm not really active every day on, is because it helps with your search engine optimization. So when people search you online, then things can come up like, this is my website, this is Facebook, this is Instagram, YouTube, my membership for Savvy Simple Marketing Society, Twitter. I'm not on Twitter, y'all. I don't remember the last time. Anytime I go on Twitter to complain about something. Right. And so it's typically because I want to at that company and then complain about something that happened with that company, restaurant, whatever, the service or whatever. So that's the only time I really use Twitter right now. Remember Fourspace? Child, I'm on Fourspace. SoundCloud, when I have my little podcast, then these are my videos here, images of me. Right. So this is why it's good to, even if you're not on these social media platforms, at least have an account, or something like that, because it does help with the SEO piece. Okay, so let's go ahead over into my website and let's look at the blog. I don't know. Did I post something for this challenge, y'all? I don't know. Let me see. Yep, redefining your ideal client. I did a post on that on the 17th, but I don't think I put a link to the challenge in here. But I did talk about redefining your ideal client, right? So I did do a post on that. You could do a post on something like whatever the topic of the issue is that you're solving, and then you can embed a link to your lead magnet, an image, and different things like that. Let me see. Do I have anything like that? Do I have a blog like that already in here? How to create and sell digital products. No. Okay. I know I had one for the Black Friday one, but I updated it. And this is, I'll tell you a secret about this too. This post right here for Black Friday Myths is from last year. What did I do? I went in and I changed the date. I went in and I changed the date, and I think I got rid of the Black Friday special or whatever that I had that time. For last year, I got rid of it, and I just updated it because people gonna need to know this information. For this, the same thing. I just changed the date for it, so you can repurpose and recycle content. There you go. There you have it. Right. So these are you can definitely use the blog, and you can embed the image of your lead magnet as well as add a link there so people can sign up for it, and you can then use this to market. Like you can copy the link of your blog and then post it on social media and then drive traffic back to your website for people to read the blog and then sign up for your lead magnet that way, right? So that is still, it's kind of like an old school type way, but it still works really, really well. Okay. If you do YouTube videos also work well. You can do a video on YouTube about a different topic or whatever, about a specific topic, like the issue that your ideal client is having, maybe their pain points, and then offer your lead magnet at the end. They will be able to see it in the comments. Or I'm sorry, in the like the description section of your YouTube video. So all of these things work, right? You just have to decide, make a plan for yourself and then show up and do those things, right? So now let's talk about the social media graphics, because now that you know where you can add and place and why social media is important to market your lead magnet, when it comes to marketing your lead magnet in the news feed, the first thing that people look at inside of the news feed is what do people look at for the first time? Right? Whenever they're looking, whenever they're scrolling, right? Whenever they're scrolling on Facebook, what is the first thing that people look at, or Instagram? What is the first thing that catches their eye? The image. Image is the first thing that catches our eye. We're visual people. We're visual beings. Let me get some water. Yes. Margaret said the picture. Yes, the image is the first thing that's going to do that. You want to have an image that's going to stop the scroll. This doesn't always mean that it needs to be one of those cute little things that you put in Canva. It could just be a regular picture or something that really grabs people's attention, right? So let's go into Canva and let's take a look at some of those things. Let me give you some ideas on how you can do that. Because typically, remember, the Facebook newsfeed is all white right now. So you want something that has some pops of color, something that's going to really stop people in their tracks. Let's see. Social media. So think of pick different images, and it's a lot of times the image doesn't have to go with whatever that post is about, right? Sometimes you can get some way far out of the way type of image and then have it, is this social media templates? Or have it, and then have it relate back to what it is that you're talking about. So it doesn't have to be something that is on point. It could be something so far to the left, like, why was this picture chosen? But it did get my attention. Oh, and then you can go read the post, right? Nothing as far as like crazy clickbait though, right? Nothing that's going to be talking about one thing and then it's going to take people to the far left. Like, why did she even put that picture there? But something that can at least help to grab people's attention. Okay. I am looking for, I have a social media kit here. Okay. This is it right here, I think. All right. So what I want to do is I want to share with you some ways that you can, or some different graphics. So if you want to have graphics, to use to market your lead magnet, you can. But most times you can just use a regular image or photo to do that, right? So let me share my screen one moment. Okay, so this is my social media kit. I think it has like 38 social media posts in here. Right. By the way, if you sign up for the SS Funnels, you get this stuff. You get social media templates, you get lead magnet templates, you get the templates. So, this is not something that you have to buy. You're going to get these. So you're good to go when it comes to marketing or, marketing your stuff on social media. But so little simple designs like this work really well. But also just regular pictures and images work too, right? So these are all the different type of little designs and graphics that you could use. But let's talk about just like a regular image, right? So let me grab this grid and then let's go into photos. Now, inside of Canva, you can search for a specific color that you're looking for, right? So if we want to search for like retreat, since I'll be having a retreat soon. So if we want to search for retreat, you can look for retreat images, something that you think is going to call attention to your target audience or something like that. This would be cute if it was something for dog lovers, right? I don't have a dog anymore. I haven't had a dog in years. So, but if I knew that my target audience were like dog people, if I was a dog person and I shared like my dog pictures and stuff like that, then this would be a cute little picture to share for my retreat photo, because if I'm talking about my dog and sharing about my dog, and I got people that's loving dogs and I know my audience like dogs, and I could share this little picture right here. It's going to stop people like, what the hell is this dog doing with them glasses on, right? And then they go to read the post and they're like, oh, she having a retreat. Okay, right? So again, sometimes it could be a little off. It doesn't have to be, as on point as you think it is, as you think they do. So what would be another image? For me, I would want to find brown women. I should have probably typed in brown women retreat. But yeah, so you can do those type of pictures. If you want like bright pictures, so we can say like bright. Okay, so you can go for something like this. Bright pictures like this work really well, to stop the news feed. Like, what is that? Or this little pineapple. I've seen this in my newsfeed a few times. What else would stop in the newsfeed? Let's see. There's one that I use. This is pretty. This would stop me in the newsfeed. So you can use that tactic for like bright colors and different things like that. Another thing to consider is your audience, right? So who is your audience? Are you marketing to women? Are you marketing to men? Families? Who's your ideal client, right? So are they older women? Are they younger women? Are they younger men? Are they, so it's important to also understand the demographics of your audience, because whenever you are sharing pictures of images of people, then you want to make sure that you're sharing pictures and images of people that look like your target audience. That is what's going to cause more attention to them. If you're sharing images of people who don't look like your target audience, they're going to scroll right past it, because it doesn't trigger them. Like, it doesn't make them want to stop. It doesn't have anything to do with them, right? So think of that whenever you're sharing images and pictures like that. Think of who it is that you're marketing to and targeting, and then share images that look like those people. Okay. And then also keep into consideration the age range. That's a big thing, because if you're marketing to older women that may be in their, 50 plus, and you share an image of young girls like this, that ain't gonna make them stop. Why would they stop? They don't see themselves in the image, right? So make sure whenever you're using images, rather that be in your social media posts, on your landing pages, your sales pages, if you're going to use stock imagery of people, make sure that you're sharing image with that match your ideal client avatar. I am so careful to make sure that I do that, because I serve my age range, my age pretty much ranges anywhere typically from like 28, and I work with women all the way up to 60, right? So a lot of times I'll just switch up, you know, like the images that I use and who I'm marketing to. Right. So these are some things that you can consider. Things like this, you know, for somebody that may have been doing something with planning or wanting to really emphasize on 2021, you can use something similar to that. Let's see if they have any 2022 pictures out. What is this? Does she have? Okay, I thought she had a towel on her head. All right, so 2022. Okay, so 2022 pictures are up too. So for those of you, if you're planning something like an end of the year or first of the year, you know, planning session, mapping session, what is that we also do? Image board, was it that type of stuff, you know, and you want 2022, these images are out here. You can even use things like this, right? So just sometimes like think outside the box. Everything doesn't have to always be what people expect, right? Sometimes try different images. And again, Facebook is all about, not Facebook, but marketing in general is all about testing different things. So you got to test some stuff to see what works for your audience, right? Some things I put out there people don't like, right? But I continue to test and try just different things until I see what people like. When you see what people like, then you post more of that, more of that content, more of those type of images and stuff like that. But also make sure that you're testing other new images too. Okay, so that is another way that you can do that. Also, within your Facebook business page, there is amazing analytics in the Facebook business page as well as in your group. So take a look at those analytics. You'll be able to see how people are engaging on the different posts. So that can give you a general idea as to like when you're marketing, the different content and images that you can use when you're marketing your content. Go back to those things. For those of you that have already been marketing and doing these type of things, go back to those images. Okay. Women. Right. So just again, keep in mind your ideal clients, your audience. Keep in mind, make sure that it's, you know, something that's going to make people want to stop, you know, depending on what it is. And again, it doesn't always have to do with the thing, right? Remember, I had a dog laid up in a retreat. You know what I'm saying? It's not a person, but it'll get people to, you know, to stop the scroll. The image needs to stop the scroll, right? And then once people stop the scroll, then after that, they look at your content, read the content on your post and decide if they're going to click over to your landing page or not. So that's how that works. So make sure that you have a picture that's going to connect with people, connect with your audience. Make sure if you're sharing images of people that they can see themselves in that image. Okay. But try and test all different type of things. Another thing that works really well is if you use like inside of your, like if you use something like this, like an image of what your lead magnet is. So if it's like a workshop or something like that, and you drop in, you know, an image of like the workshop screen or something like that, that's also a great thing that you could do. Let me see. I think I have an image right here. So like this one, right? This doesn't fit this appropriately, but you get the idea of what I'm saying. I actually use this and that did not do what it was supposed to do. It took over the whole screen. All right. Let me position backwards. No. Okay, there we go. I just needed to drop it in there. Okay. So something like that. Like this is the what the landing page looks like for this challenge. So you could do something like that. You know, you're just pretty much showing what the landing page is. Or if you are using, if it's going to be like a workbook, an ebook or something like that, then you can show that. You can show the workbook, ebook type thing. If it's like a mini course or something that's your lead magnet, then you can show that. So you can show the thing that you're giving to give people a general idea as to what it looks like. You can promote your blog and then inside embed your lead magnet inside of the blog post. Yeah, so many different ways that you can do that, right? By using different templates and stuff. So I would say just think, you know, outside of the box, try different things. But remember, don't get so hung up on just social media static posts. You can also do videos, use live stream to market your lead magnets. Those work really well. Yeah. So now I told you that I would talk a little bit about Facebook ads because I do run Facebook ads whenever I am marketing my lead magnets. So Facebook ads work really well. However, you want to make sure that you know exactly what it is that you are doing before you go in and start running Facebook ads, because you can lose a lot of money not knowing how to set up your ads. If right now, Facebook, there's been so many different changes due to the iOS iPhone update. So you got to make sure that you're iOS compliant inside of the Facebook ads account and some other stuff, right? And also the investment in Facebook ads, you have to have a budget for that. So if you I would say go in with at least $300, $400, if not $500 or more to market your lead magnet. And get it out there in front of people. Facebook ads is a great way to get in front of people, get in front of a bigger audience even, right? So what's happening in the newsfeed right now. You can get some likes and things like that on your page. However, you're not going to get the reach that we used to get years ago on Facebook, because now it's an advertisement platform. So pretty much you got to pay to play in order to really get a reach or get in front of a different audience. The thing that I love best about Facebook ads is that I get to borrow other people's audiences, like software, different influencers, brands, and things like that. I can borrow those audiences, people who are interested in those people or things, and I can run an audience and I can run my ad directly to those people, right? The only way that you know what audience works for you is that you have to run ads to those audiences to see how well they do. Once you find a good audience, an audience that people are engaging, people are signing up for that ad, then you can use that audience, right? Your audience size, you want it to be at least 1 million to about 500,000, I would say. And if you are local and you're in a local market, your audience could possibly even be smaller than that. But you can run ads to that same audience and run different things to them. But the goal is to find that winning audience. And in order to find that winning audience, you're going to have to invest. You're going to have to put some money behind that and run your lead magnet to a few different audiences until you find that perfect audience, which is why a lot of you ladies that are inside of the VIP, remember when I had you go through creating that ideal client profile. And a few of you were like, why am I having to know the brands and the influencers and things like that people follow or that this person would be interested in? Because when it comes to running ads, those are things that you'll want to know about your ideal client or target audience. You'll want to know more about, like, okay, so what influencer would they really follow? Like what, brands would they follow? What type of app or software would my ideal client use? And then you can use that information to run ads so that you can attract more of those people. Okay. Facebook ads is also really good with, if you already have a list. So if you have a list of buyers, people that have already purchased from you, and you have over 100 of those, I would say at least 150, you can upload that list of buyers or paying customers into Facebook and say, hey, Facebook, I want you to create an audience of people that are like my audience, that are like my buyers. And then you can run ads to that specific audience, right? So Facebook ads is a great tool for building your list, for growing your audience, for getting your lead magnets in front of people who need and what it is that you have to offer. But it is a test. It's something that you'll have to test and you'll have to put money behind it. Okay. Now, if you don't have the money right now, right, and maybe you want to save up for Facebook ads, or maybe you're not ready to invest in that way, understand that there are two things. One of two things are going to have to happen in order for you to get your lead magnets in front of people. You're either going to have to invest and put the money up, right? Or you're going to have to put the time and energy into it and get it in front of more people. Okay. What that could also look like for you is, is using and borrowing other people's audiences. What does that look like? That looks like getting on podcasts of people that share the same audience type as you, writing blogs for publications and people or businesses that share the same audiences as you. Going into, being invited into other people's Facebook groups that will allow you to share maybe a training or something like that, because you share the same audience with those people. So it would pretty much benefit you to maybe be able to train in do some type of workshop or training in that group if it's large or whatever, so that you can then share your lead magnet in all those places that I just mentioned. right? So that's what we call, using, or, like other people's audiences. Okay. Leveraging other people's audiences in that way. What else could you do? There is what's called influencer marketing, right? And so you could work with influencers and have them share your stuff as well. You would pay them to do that. So they're the big name influencers that are people that are really huge out there. And of course, their budgets may be a little higher. I've seen people market on, what is it called? On Instagram. It's the little gossip blog, the little gossip page. What is it called? Let me find it, because I'll be in there. The Shade Room. So you can actually advertise in the Shade Room. I don't know what the pricing is for that, but they are considered an influencer. They have a really large audience. And if you think that you share the audience of the Shade Room, then you could approach them and ask them how much would it be for you to be able to share or spotlight your lead magnet or whatever the thing is that you have going on for free. Right. So you could do something like that. You could do that with other big name influencers. There are a lot of people out there that do that. They'll let you know, hey, I can market you on my Instagram page or do this, and you just pay me a fee. What I would recommend before you do any of that is to make sure that their audience is the same as your audience, that your audience kind of parallel. Okay. Because I had somebody come in my inbox. I have it all the time on Instagram. And they're like, hey, your stuff is good. You want me to market it to my audience? I have an audience of 143,000 people and this and that and the third. And I'm like, really? Okay, so who is your audience? What is the demographics? I need to know who these people are. Most times they don't know, because a lot of these people buy followers. So they don't know what the demographics of these people are, child, because they done brought them from a machine that just dump followers that are fake or inactive in their account. So it makes it look like they have these huge audiences, right? And so you go and you pay them $500, $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 to market your thing in front of their audience, and then you don't get nothing, because the people ain't real. A lot of them, they may have some followers, right? But all 148,000 of those people are not real. So you just got to be careful. Do your homework and your due diligence. There's also something that's also called a micro influencer. I am somebody that you would consider a micro influencer. I did not know that. Somebody just recently, like the lady that told me, that sent me the things from Ghana and was like, I love you. I've been following you for a while, and you're an influencer, and I would love for you. And I was like, I'm an influencer, child, where? And then I had somebody else tell me the same thing. And I was like, I'm not. She's like, no, but you are. You're a micro influencer. That's still a thing. And so micro influencers, what they can do is they can also, because they have an audience of a loyal following, it doesn't have to be a large following, because I don't even know how many people follow me across all social media platforms. I haven't added it up in a while. But if you have somebody that has influence, doesn't matter how big or small, and they have an audience that they have captured their attention, they are considered an influencer. And right. And then you can use or partner with those people, pay them or whatever, some type of agreement to help to share your stuff. Right. And that's another way that you can get your stuff out in front of people. Okay. So those are all the different ways and things that you can use to get your lead magnets out there in front of people. The idea is just to do it, just to share the information and get it out. Last but not least, I want to share this with you right before we part. It's not going to happen overnight. Can somebody put that in there? It's not going to happen overnight. Okay. Understand that this is going to take some time for you to build this up. This didn't happen for me overnight. It took me time and consistency of sharing my lead magnets, of coming here, of showing up and doing it in different forms and figuring out what worked for you. And then I show up the way that you like. You love for me to show up live. That's what you like. You love the interaction with me. You love my stories. Those are things that you like. So I show up in those ways. You love to see different things that are happening in my life. So I share those little things, right? You love my authenticity. So I share that with you. I learned what you like. I learned what you want from me. You have to learn the same thing about your audience, and you have to show up and give them what they want. And you have to do it on a consistent basis. Okay. So if you share your lead magnet one time, it ain't gonna cut it. You got to share it a couple of different times. That's why it's important for you to share your lead magnet in a couple of different forms. Do it via live stream, do it via stories, do it via regular static posts. If you can run Facebook ads, do it via Facebook ads, do it in your group, share it in a couple of different ways so that you can get more people signing up, so you can get more of a reach. Okay. So that you can get it out there to people. And then also, don't be afraid to leverage your relationships. If you have relationships with people, and I'm not talking about you just come and show up to steal and just ask somebody to do something for you and you ain't doing nothing for them. Leverage relationships, right? Build relationships. Relationships are the new currency. And I have to tell you something. I'm behind on that because I'm a little bit strange. I'm a little bit of a lone wolf, I'll admit. It's not that I don't like people. I love people, but I'm very, when it comes to trust, I'm working on that. I'm working on some trust issues and that I have. And so I don't let people in my circle very easily. So but I am learning now when I'm building relationships, and I'm learning how to trust people and things like that. Because if you've been hurt or burned or disappointed, let down, people have broken your trust in the past, it can be hard to trust again, but it's worth it, especially in this arena when we really need to be able to rely on each other. So I'm opening up and I'm healing those wounds from trust, and I'm building new relationships with people, and I am grateful for those people. And so, but what I know is when you're building those type of relationships, always be willing to come to something to the table, right? Don't come to people and be like, yeah, can you share this with your list, girl? I know you got a large audience. What? I ain't spoke to you in 5 months. Like, you ain't, what? Where is the exchange here? Remember, fair exchange, no robbery. Don't just show up to steal from people. Bring an authentic relationship, build a relationship. So that way, give to people. So that way, when you do need something, you won't feel bad about going to somebody saying, hey, do you mind sharing this with your email list? And they will be happy. They'll even ask, like, girl, what can I do to help you? You know how many people in my inbox, like, how can I help you market this? Is your affiliate link ready yet? I want to help you, girl. What I got to do to help you, girl? Do you know why? Because I don't show up to steal. I'm a giver by nature. So I'm always giving. I'm always doing my best to help people, connect people, plug people, and do whatever it is. Because that's just my nature. That's just who I am. I don't really have to work hard at that, but there are some people that do. And if you are somebody that has to work hard at that, then start working at it. Okay. So that is it. I just wanted to share that. It takes consistency. It's not going to happen overnight, but the more you show up, the more people see you, the more visible you become, right? You got to put yourself out there. You have to be able to ask people to sign up. You got to be able to create content around the lead magnets that you're marketing, so you can do live streams, social media posts, and all those different things, right? Don't be afraid to shoot your shot for podcasts, for, guest article blogs. I have 2 people that reached out to me that I am going to be interviewing for magazines, right? Because they've seen my live streams, because they've seen me live. They're like, I would love to interview you. I love what you're doing. So I have 2 things in my inbox right now that I'm going to be interviewing. I think it's one here in Houston and another one is in Atlanta. So there's 2 different magazines, and it's easy. It's a form. They sent me a form. Can you just answer these questions? I ain't even got to talk to nobody. How easy is that? I just got to fill out the form. They just ask me questions, fill out the form. I send it back, and then they showcase me and put me in their magazine. It's that easy, but that is from showing up, right? What another relationship? Something else that I just recently did. What app is that? The podcasting app. They saw my video on YouTube and they said, oh, we love that you created this podcast thing. And can we use this video on our blog? Yeah, you can use it on the blog. Sure. You can do that. Why not? Right. So putting yourself out there just gives you more ample opportunity. Leslie, my boo Leslie, my client that I always praise because she always shows up and does the work. The same young lady I told y'all about that made $5,000 in one day just by sending an email to her list. That girl, yeah. She ConvertKit showcased one of her landing pages. She didn't even know it. You just got to show up and do the work. That's all. Just show up and do the work. That's it. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take questions. If you have questions about anything that I discussed here today in regards to the social media marketing of it all, if you have questions about SS funnels, let me know, because we only, at the beginning of the broadcast, we only had 9 spaces left. I don't know how many we have now. Uh-oh. 3 of those are gone. So now we only have, what's 9 minus 3 is what? 6. We only have 6 spaces left. So if you haven't joined, you may be in trouble. We have 6 spaces left. All right, so let's see. Got my space. I know that's right, Margaret. I'm looking for questions. Crystal, the link is on the screen. Let me know if you got that. I need funnels. I know you need funnels, Tisha. We're gonna get it together. I promise. I just need to get through this launch, my love. That's right. Just because you created it doesn't mean they will come. You have to market it. That's absolutely right. Thank you so much. Okay, Tisha says, I make nothing on Clubhouse. Sometimes I listen while I work, but I'm not hosting and giving my undivided attention. Good for you, Tisha, because it can suck you dry. I've had several people come to me for strategy sessions like, what is happening? What are you doing? You're doing this great thing. You got all these people following you over there on Clubhouse, but you haven't made a dime. Why? Why is that? Because you're not offering anything. Okay. I think a lot of us need to hear this. Choose platforms wisely with a strategy. Yes, everything is strategy. Everything is strategy. You got to have a strategy behind everything that you do. I'm very strategic. There's not many a day you're going to see me show up here just because. You know why? Because I have things going on. I'm launching a software. Hello. Can we just sit with that for a minute? Margaret is here. Margaret remembers when it was the last challenge I did last year in December, I think was my last challenge. And I said, I wish that I could my dream is to be able to have my own software where I can put all my landing pages, all of the funnel. I can just create a whole funnel for y'all. Margaret remembered that. She's in my VIP. And she said, Lakeisha, I just want to let you know that I remember that live stream when you said that. And look what you did. Look what happened to you. Do you see the power of your voice? Hello, my coach, Vamira Green, taught me that. You got to speak what it is that you want into existence. Not only that, you got to show up as your authentic self in order to get it. Right? And so it's amazing. I'm just so grateful. I'm grateful for all of y'all that are coming with me on the journey. I'm grateful for Mike Wayne for sharing it with me. Mike Wayne got his own funnel streams. Shout out to Mike Wayne and funnel streams. I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful to be in this place. I'm grateful to be alive at this time and to be able to experience such a thing. Because I know my ancestors is looking at me like, girl, go. Girl, go. Okay? I'm excited. All right. So I need to attract clients within 50 miles of Boston. They need to come into a studio for a photo shoot. So I need to narrow down my location. Exactly. And you can do that right in Facebook ads, Maria. You can do that right in Facebook ads. You can narrow right your local area right there within 50 to 100 miles of your local area. And you can put up an ad for people that are interested in photo shoots. So think about, who is that? Is that, women, pregnant women, families? Right now is the perfect time for fall photos, right? Right before the holidays, you can do Christmas photo shoots, different things like that. Babies, families, the pregnant women. I don't know what that's called. Forgive me, ladies. the pregnant photos, engagement photos, engagement announcement photos. So those are all the type of things that you can do. And Maria, because you are doing this whole thing, I don't know how good you are in Canva, ma'am, but you can create different things in Canva with your clients' photos on there, fun type stuff that they can then buy from you. How amazing would that be to be able to create like different type of frames and different things like that they, that you can print out for them or they can print out themselves, but you can create those fun things in Canva. I think that would be pretty cool. Let's see. I'm trying to get to the questions, guys. All right. Does Facebook frown upon business content posts on your personal page? No, as long as that's not the only thing you posted on there. I mix it up. So it's not all business, but I mix it up. But no, they haven't frowned upon it for me. These are great. Any of these included in VIP? No, there will be some in VIP, but it's not going to be those. Those are going into the SS Funnels membership, for the software. Lakeisha, you have truly inspired me in the challenge. Thanks for sharing your knowledge and creating a space SS Funnels for us to grow. Of course. Thank you for being a part of SS Funnels. I didn't know any of that, so I'm legit making it up. I'm not ready for ads, so I have to. I'm not ready for ads, so I have to out any thoughts toward it. What are you trying to ask me, L'Oreal? Do I have any other suggestions for you to market besides ads? Hello, I'll definitely watch the replay. Okay. You're welcome. So proud of you. You were on fire. Thank you. I don't know who that is, but thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let's see. Maternity. Thank you, Sasha. I was like the pregnant women. The maternity shoot. Yes, maternity. Sorry about that. It is the contemporary woman, preferably 30 plus. Eventually, my ideal client is the older woman over 50. Okay, nice. So you want to do specialty photos. And you know what's even better is you can market to women within that age range within your area. So only they see the actual ads. So, yep, you can totally do that, Maria. Well, we have VIP tonight. Yes, VIP. This is the last night, Dr. Sandra. So come on with your questions, girl. Tonight is the last night for our VIP. I already have funnels. Do you offer paid promos? What's paid promos? Oh, for me to market you to my audience? No, I don't do that. No, I don't do that. I mean, this is a client of mine, so I'm just sharing. She actually hired me to help her with her marketing strategy for her new shop. So I'm just sharing this. No, but I don't do any of that. Been following you for a long time. So proud of you. Thank you. I appreciate you. You go. I have the same dream, but for my small our HR business. Awesome. All right. So if you ladies don't have any other questions, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. How much is the done for you price for your software package? Done for you price, meaning that you want me to build out the funnels for you. If you do, we can have a conversation about that. It really depends on what it is that we're building out, right? So it can start anywhere from, I don't know, 2,500, 3,000, all the way up to 10. So it just depends on what we're doing in there. Does SS Funnels offer upsells and order bumps? Yep, it sure does, Katrina Dawson. You can do upsells and order bumps inside of there. Yep. I think I'm in. Please let me know. You're in, Tisha. You're good to go. You were the first one inside of SS Funnels, actually. Tisha Davis was our very first customer, and we're going to start building out our funnels. Tisha is actually getting her funnels built out. She paid before the system was even up and running. So yes, Tisha, I'm excited for you and for everything that we're going to do in there. So I'm excited to help you build out your funnels and your course and all the amazing things. So girl, you're good to go. Yay, Renee Williams said, got my space. Come through, Renee. Come through. I'm excited. We should have a launch party. Should we have a launch party for SS Funnels or what? Yep, you are numero uno. Tisha was the first one to invest in SS Funnels, let me tell you. She was the first one that said, I believe in you and what you're doing. I want in on this and I want you to build my funnel out for me. And she paid her money months ago. Tisha is ready to go. She is going to be the very first funnel I personally built in that system. So I'm excited. Thank you, Tisha, for believing in me, my friend. Thank you. Not if I missed it. Does SS Funnels? Yes, SS Funnels has order bumps and upsells. Yes, you can do that in SS Funnels. Yes, yes, yes. You are a G. Yes. When will we be able to start using it? On Monday. On Monday. You'll be able to use it on Monday. Yes, we need a launch party. This deserves a celebration. It does. So I'm going to put something together for a launch party for us. And we'll do it maybe in about a week or so. I have to, maybe 2 weeks. I have to make sure Everybody's in the system. Monday is a big day. It goes live, but we have our customer support and everything already in there. I'm so excited about that. But me and my team got to make sure everybody's in there and comfortable. I'll be doing some demonstrations and live videos and tutorials and stuff like that, specifically for the people that signed up for the 50 people. So we will have our own little private Facebook group and everything. I'm excited, y'all. I'm so excited. Yeah, so we're going to celebrate. We will definitely do a launch party. And I actually have LaShayla. LaShayla has this, I don't even remember. LaShayla, are you here? She has this amazing business where she does these mocktails and she sends them out like a mocktail in a box. And she's creating a signature drink for my business, SS, for Savvy Simple Marketing. So it's going to be SS everything. So it's Savvy Simple Marketing, Savvy Simple Funnels. We're going to have our own drink. I'm excited. Our own drink, guys. Yep. And so we're actually going to even have that drink inside of the retreat. I'm excited about the retreat too. I got so many things to be excited about. Life is just grand. All right. Looking forward to funnel building. Me too. I'm looking forward to helping you funnel build too. So I'm excited. Wow. I love the drink idea, right, Angie? It's going to be so much fun. So much fun. All right, so thank you so much for joining me here for the 5-day lead magnet challenge. Today is our final day. Listen, if you missed it, you missed a lot. If you want the replays and you did not invest in the VIP lounge earlier, like I told you, go ahead over to you can head over. It's still available to you. Let me put that link up. You can buy the replays because these replays will only be available to VIP members. I'm not selling these in any other way. So if you didn't sign up for the VIP lounge, you can get in here. And this is how you can get the replays for this. Okay. This is the only way. This is the only place the replays will be is inside of this lounge. So if you want the replays from day one all the way through, plus they have some nice little gifts and stuff in there, some templates, and they're going to have 2 free trainings. One training that I know that we're going to do in VIP is they want to watch me build out an entire funnel, an SS funnel. So I'm going to do that just for them. So we're going to build out a funnel. I'm going to show them, take them from point A to point B to Z, all the things. So we'll build out that lead generation funnel right in there. And then we'll do another one. Whatever the second one is, they will vote on it and they will tell me what they want me to teach on. And then I'll teach on that thing. But I'm excited. I'm excited for everybody that joined SS Funnels. I'm excited for everybody that's inside of VIP. But yeah, so thank you again so much for your time. If you want the replays, go to bit.ly/leadgenvip to get inside of the VIP so that you can get access to the replays. They're available for as long as Facebook is up. Okay. Let's see. I think we need a Savvy self-care box. Katrina, can you put that together for me? Let's do that. I want that for my retreat too, Katrina. So please put that together. Let me know what that looks like. Let's pick out some items. Send me some stuff. And please, I want that because my retreat is on November 12th through the 14th. So I would love to purchase self-care boxes for the ladies. So please put that together for me, Katrina, so that I can do whatever I need to do to pay you. Let's handle that before November. And then you can ship the boxes to Atlanta. I'll give you an address there. So you can have them shipped there before time. And then I'd love to be able to do a self-care box for Savvy Simple Marketing because I have some affirmations coming out. I'm doing my own affirmations, y'all. Got to get y'all up on the affirmations, okay? So listen, you need LaShayla's information. Somebody tag LaShayla for me. LaShayla Simpson. Can somebody tag LaShayla for me? So that LaShayla can see this message. Somebody wants your information, LaShayla, okay? Congratulations. We'll invest in the replays. Thank you, Cassandra. I hope to see you over in the software too in Savvy Simple Funnels. Thank you so much for supporting me. Cassandra Lewis, by the way, is one of my longtime friends from childhood. So Cassandra knew me before I even knew my own self, y'all. We was friends from grade school, right? Cassandra, I don't think we went to Post Road together. I think I met you more like in middle school. But she is one of my oldest and nearest, dearest friends from my hometown, White Plains, New York. And she has been such an amazing support for me. She signs up for my workshop. She learns. She asks questions. She wants to learn about different things. And I love you, Cassandra. If you can come to the retreat, I would love, love, love to have you and see you at the retreat in November too. Thank you for your support. We met after middle school. Okay. Yep. Friends for life. Friends for life. All right. There is my boo. There is my boo. Famira Green, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna have to go, but I just gotta share this with y'all. If y'all don't know about Famira Green, let me just tell y'all about Famira. I knew Famira for a while because we used to be on the same the Blab platform, right? And she was amazing back then too. Branding, she was just really awesome. And I followed her then, and then I've lost sight of her. And then she came back on the scene. I want maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and then that's how we connected then. And she has been such a blessing in my life with just teaching me how to step more into my power, to speak from an authentic place, to not be afraid to say the words that I say to you now. All of that, Famira helped me with. She is an amazing light. And without her, I don't think that I would have been able to quantum leap as fast as I have, because she has been such an amazing support in that area of helping me and teaching me how to embrace my truest self, how to speak my voice and not be afraid to speak up for the things that I believe in, and not to play small and quiet myself, but to speak loud and from a place of power, right? And command and demand the things that I want. And she's such a special light. So if you are not connected to Famira, please connect with her, follow her, friend her. She'll probably look at you. She'll probably say, who is this? And she'll say, oh, they're Keisha's friends, right? Because she does that. Like, who is this person friending me? She don't just accept friends like I do. I'll be accepting everybody. But definitely go and check her out. She has amazing programs about just women and brilliance and all that other stuff. She also does a sacred business forecast, and it is awesome. And what that does is it helps you to be able to better understand what is actually going to be happening in your life based on the energy around you in months to come, right? So I actually have her sacred business forecast that I got, and I look at it every month. So it kind of helps me to understand what chakras I need to focus on, what energy centers I need to focus on. And this is not witchcraft, people. We are all energy, okay? You can, I don't care who it is that you pray to, who it is you believe in, we are still all energy. And what Famira does is she helps you to better understand not only how to hone in that energy, but things that you may need to work on within yourself in those energy centers so that you can get to where it is that you want to be. And she's helped me with that. A lot of what I'm going to be sharing during my retreat is a lot about mindset stuff, because that was a huge part of my quantum leap. Does my strategy help? Heck yeah, I got bomb strategy. Y'all know that. But the mindset is what really helped me to be able to switch my mindset around money, around the way that I showed up, around the way that I use my voice now. Those things also played a huge part in me becoming the woman that I am right now. And so I want to be able to share more of that with you, but more in an intimate setting, right? So just 10 of you will come and we will have a great time, and I will be able to pour into you and share with you the things, and I'll be able to finally use my meditation certification. Y'all know I was certified over in Thailand when I went over there to become a meditation teacher and instructor. And I haven't done anything with it because it's really for when I'm done with this, I want to open up my own bed and breakfast or a meditation studio or something to be able to teach people how to meditate. I also want to get my yoga instructor's license. And so I'm going to be doing that in another year or so. So that'll all be combined with that. But yeah, so I'll be able to guide you in meditation and teach you more about how to calm your mind and kind of control those thoughts and things like that. And so I'm excited because this is the base of what you need in order to really quantum leap and make money in your business. Because even if you make money and you get to a certain point in your business, if you're making 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, there will be a time when you will face something that you're going to have to overcome. And these little tools and things that I'm going to be able to show you and share with you are going to help you, right? There are also excellent people out there that can also help you with this, right? I just want to help you and guide you in that direction. Then I can lead you to other people like my boo, Shakisha is the bomb, right? She has her own thing that she's doing with women right now too. She has her own cohort where she's going to be coaching a group of women to help them to really step into the things that they want to have right now, right? And so that's another person that I absolutely love and admire. There's also Janelle. Janelle is brilliant. She's the Astro Hide, and so she can definitely help you with some things there. Stephanie Sinclair is also a beast. I've been chatting with Stephanie for the last a day or so, and she does like money mindset type stuff. So these women are just all powerful in their own right. But I can help you with the base, like to kind of get you started. Then I can guide you to some of these more these women that really stand and command the power in these areas that can really help you in your business, because it's not all strategy, right? It's a lot of other things. And I would not be honest with you if I just showed up here and said that it's only strategy. All you got to do is follow strategy and use my systems, and that's all you got. Because if your mind ain't right, it don't matter how good a strategy you have. It doesn't matter how amazing my system is, because it is amazing. If you think that you cannot achieve something, it's not going to happen for you. And I know this because I was there. Okay. So that's what the retreat is going to do. It's going to be able to help you, just kind of give you some tools, to move forward so that you can recognize when these things come up in your life. All right. But that's it. I think I've showed love to everybody that I absolutely admire on here. But thank you so much for your time for this retreat. Definitely go check out all the ladies that I mentioned. Retreat for this challenge. You can see where my mind is. You see what I'm marketing next, right? But thank you for showing up for this challenge, and definitely check out the ladies that I mentioned. I appreciate each and every one of you. For those of you that signed up for Savvy Simple Funnels, thank you. I honor you in the highest way. Thank you. You have no idea what your support means to me. Thank you so much. I appreciate you going on this journey with me, right? So cheers to amazingness. Ciao for now.